Have you ever thought about an emotional breakdown? It's a super weird way to start a video, I know. I guess what I mean is, I think it's easy for us to fall into this idea that if or when we were to have an emotional breakdown, that specific moment is the height of our mental instability or the moment where we are most unhealthy. I don't think that's what's happening at all. I think what's happening is that we're confusing two different ideas. We're confusing resilience with mental health. And what I mean is, life is crazy. I mean, I don't have to tell you that. At some point you wake up and, you're figuring out how to make a living and how to put food on the table and a roof over your head. And then you're dating and you're thinking about getting married, and then you're married, and now it's about creating a happy and successful marriage. And you're talking about having kids, and then you have kids, and now it's about raising children. And we get so busy jumping from one thing to the next. And in those moments, it looks like we just have everything put together. I mean, you and I might even praise each other, or maybe think to ourselves like, man, you just have it put together. You have to be so healthy to be doing what you're doing. It's incredible. And the reality, though, is that those are the moments where we are most unhealthy, where you and I are neglecting our own emotional needs. But we're being resilient, and this is a great thing. That's a strength in and of itself. I mean, this is built into our DNA. It's why we are here right now, because we're resilient and we know how to jump from one fire to the next and to survive. But surviving doesn't mean that you're spending any time on you and your emotional health. And so eventually, we might have an emotional breakdown. That's not a time to think of that as a failure. You didn't fail. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's not any of those things. What it is actually is your body telling you to stop, your body forcing you to stop and saying, hey, dummy, you've been neglecting you and your emotional needs and everything for a very long time. So I'm going to make you stop and slow down a bit. And when you think about it, the emotional breakdown is not the height of instability. It's actually the first step toward becoming more stable and more mentally healthy.